I'm about to hit this crypto conference hard. All right, we're here in Los Angeles, California for the NFT LA event in the convention center here at Los Angeles. I'm super excited to be here. I'm about to hit this crypto conference hard with my knowledge and my wisdom. Follow me on this journey, guys. I'm gonna connect with as many people in this convention as I can. I wanna showcase this to you guys and really kind of get the feeling of what this is all about. Crypto's great, it's digital, it's online, but this right here, bringing the people together, bringing the community together in real life to, look at each other and innovate and create, that's what it's all about. That's what's gonna make crypto really the sovereign route that we want it to be. It's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be exciting, it's gonna be great. And always remember, gamify your abundance.
All right, so this is the crypto look. If you really wanna know who's going to the crypto event. Jeans, either a button down or like just a nice shirt and a jacket, right? So you got that like mix. It's like almost like business on the top, party on the bottom. There was like an evolutionary process of the dressing up. So you had the professionals initially, so they dress up in suits and ties, and then it went to jeans with the jacket and then the nice shirt, untucked, and then the younger generation came in and it was like just hoodies, hoodies, and honestly probably jeans, but sweatpants, something like that. And then now they're trying to like have fun with it. So now they're going back a little bit to jeans with the jackets and then slamming some crypto logos on it, or the hoodies. And then they're creating NFTs connected to the hoodies and selling them for 25 grand. Who knows, right? Crypto. Welcome to crypto. I think that might be them, but I'm not sure. Oh, Moonwalk, haha, there they are. I was like, wait, where's Moonwalk? So moonwalk.com, remember that? Yeah, that's the guys who I know. That's the company that I was one of the early investors in. So you can, with any brand, come in, get their engine, put your brand on it, and essentially have a space to, mint NFTs, to create your own tokens. I mean, it's literally everything you need to start the process of onboarding people from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. It's pretty legit. They've done a good job.
So Superworld's a virtual world in augmented reality. And basically what we've done is we've leveraged the real world and we split the whole world up in about 64.8 billion plots of land. Tons of land. What we want to do is basically enable users and brands to come in, collaborate with each other, and create content, NFTs, and basically build a metaverse together.
How I view metaverse, right? What I'm thinking is happening now is that people are, every project is gonna start creating their own little metaverse.
Right.
Some are gonna come together, go into one and start building together. So what's your plan for when we get to a point where there's gonna be like 1,000 metaverses and you want people to be able to, tap into all of them and cross-pollinate?
A rising tide lifts all ships. We want to be able to be as collaborative as possible. And through that, we network with different brands, like different companies like Sandbox, Decentralization, Somnium Space, On Cyber, and our whole goal is to basically be collaborative in any way we can. If that's, bridging the virtual world to the real world through augmented reality, or, whatever content that's made in the future.
Once you buy it, whoever holds it in their wallet has 100% IP copyrights of that ape, right? So, but also if you sell it and transfer, you lose that. So think about this, like whoever holds the NFT has the power. You bring your NFT, you connect with your wallet, and let's say you create the merch around that ape. The moment you sell it, we're always scanning every 12 hours for ownership. So if that transfer out, we actually remove all the products from the store because that account no longer owns the NFT. And you can no longer sell it through us.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in your idea, whoever holds that NFT at any given time has the power to do whatever they want.
It's like software, like energy.
like we are in a living room, but it's a coffee shop. Day 2, we are here back at this amazing coffee shop. It's a mood, guys, it's a mood. We're about to go head out to the convention center again. I think that what I'm getting from this whole experience is that the through line, like the theme of the experience here is, I think, 2 things. Community, so important. What I've experienced in this industry, in this space, is that we're using crypto to find the people that have the same kind of common interests, common ideology, common mindset, common goals, and then we're coming together in real life. And then the second thing that I'm noticing what the theme is for this whole space or this convention right now is interactive NFTs, INFTs, okay? It's pretty cool what they're working on. It's like a combination of IRL in real life with this digital NFT space and seeing how they can come together. And I see that being a trap as well as this amazing gift to really compound on top of our real life and like really bring us to the next level of healing, of connecting, and community. So with that, I'm super excited. Join me, walk with me. We're gonna get in there and get some interviews, get some more information going, and make sure that you guys are tuned in and locked in to the pulse that is the crypto industry. Let's do it.
We're now a US-based company as of 2020, when Consensus restructured. Because we're a US-based company, we have to completely comply with sanctions law. And sanctions law is part of a department called OFAC in the US. So it's actually a department in Treasury, the US Treasury. So they're really strict,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but isn't this the point?
It is.
To get away from the government scrutiny and that oversight and that overreach.
Look,
so I wonder if Metamask is gonna just comply and adjust to the fear and scrutiny of the government, or are they gonna go, you know what? Sorry guys, this is now decentralized. It's not in our power anymore.
We call it the balkanization of the internet, where physical borders define the way that the internet appears when you connect. And crypto, to me, as this like global censorship-resistant network, Ethereum especially, that was powerful. And I said, as we get more and more mainstream, 4.5 years later, how do we make sure we really attend to those early principles of crypto and make sure it's maximally decentralized, available to use no matter if we agree with someone's politics. It's liberation tech in some ways.
And the government is always going to push down on it because that's the way they lose control. Is the mindset of Ripple still sovereign? Are we still moving towards true decentralization? I understand that there are different types of blockchains where some layers can be centralized, other layers can be decentralized. So is the mindset of Ripple still moving towards that direction?
So it's a bit complicated, right? So Ripple's sort of 2 companies in one, right? We have RippleNet, which is enterprise software, which is where the MasterCard people are going, right? They work for RippleNet, right? It makes sense why you would hire those people for that. It's closed source, it's used by banks, institutions, all that stuff. That's built on top of the XRP ledger. And so on the other side of the company, we have this thing called RippleX, which is we maintain the XRP ledger and all types of libraries around it and want developers to just build on it, right? Whether they're minting NFTs or they want to do something else, right? It's a truly kind of like a typical blockchain, more like Ethereum, where it's just whoever wants to build on this in a permissionless, decentralized way can build on it.
I'm just thinking because there are so many layers to blockchain, and you can centralize and decentralize whatever you want, essentially. So is there any part of the, I guess, what do you call it, RippleX?
RippleX is the one that maintains the ledger, and RippleNet's the enterprise.
So is there any part of that RippleX that's centralized, that's feeding data into the main company?
The RippleX part is fully decentralized, and it's up to RippleNet to build on it.
Open source fully, everybody can read it?
Okay. It's fully open source. It's a typical blockchain, right? The only thing that's different is our consensus mechanism is a little different, but that's not people will call it centralized, but that's not centralized in the sense you're talking about, where it's for RippleNet. It's not like that.
Well, what I've heard the centralization issue is that there's a small amount of wallets with a lot of the tokens. That's what I've heard.
Well,
So that's an issue.
Yeah.
If you have a centralization of tokens, that means that there's a few amount of people that can go, hey, I don't want this anymore, and just dump it.
Hedera is a layer one solution for providing like NFTs, tokens. We were mostly focused on enterprise use for a really long time, with our governing council being made up of some of the larger companies like IBM, Google, Boeing, and the Hedera hash graph was created as a way to have an alternative distributed ledger for these larger companies that need really high volume, really low cost, predictable fees. So the hash graph consensus all enables that through what's called Gossip Protocol mixed with virtual voting. And that's how it reaches finality so quick and enables those really low fees. And then there's just different services that are built on top of that, such as the consensus service, token service, and the recent addition of smart contracts on top of Hedera.
The generative collection platform is the starting point. If you want to create a CryptoPunks or a Bored Ape Yacht Club type of community, you can just bring in the design assets, drag and drop, click, create, launch them on the blockchain very, very easily. And once they're launched, what we're finding most people interested in tickets and merch. That's the same way that Bored Apes became really successful. But we're now adding different types of things that you can do. So you have some people are interested in having metaverse events, so we enable the NFT to unlock access to virtual events that are happening in the metaverse. We're really scaling out the ticket stuff because there's lots of big brands coming in and doing that, so we're making that more robust, so that you can have a 100,000 person stadium operate entirely with NFT tickets. And then we're just finding interesting ways that you can earn NFTs as well.
What I've learned in this specific conference, or at least like where we're shifting into, is that there's this theme of community building, where they really are focusing on how can the community be more supported? How they can really get their voice heard by the projects? And so I've heard $2.5 billion by Hbar Foundation being pushed out now into the community. $250 million by XRP. So what kind of things are you supporting? Like, what are you doing in support of that, other than just building the platforms and driving down that road?
I mean, at the moment, we feel that you can throw a lot of money at projects and brands, but what people really need, we found, is learning. They need to understand what is Web3, why is it useful, what can you do with it, how do you build a community, when you build the community, how do you engage them? I mean, it's more about, Web3 is a revolution in designing and building community that is built from an ownership standpoint. So I think that, teaching and educating people is probably more important in our minds at this stage. And once they have the ability and the communities, then you can throw money at them, as they grow to help advance their movement.
I loved that answer. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this amazing journey we just did at the NFT LA event. It seems that the constant theme is community. The projects are either pivoting towards community-driven, or they have been doing that and they're just being consistent. But it looks like there's even an influx of money. There's a lot of money going into the content creators and the communities that want to come into the crypto space. So if you are looking at a path in, this is it. This is the time. Again, I loved all the conversations. I hope you enjoyed every interview I've done. If you did enjoy it and you want me to do more, let me know. Let me know that you want me to go to these events and showcase these projects for you and ask in real time, life, today, what is going on with that project. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And always remember, gamify your abundance. Peace.